or the person who ought to be punished has been overpunished to an extent that any further punishment is just unfair, extremely unfair. And many, Honorable Speaker, many times the wheels of justice move slowly because the prosecution does not put its case together, does not move with speed to prosecute. We must admit, Honorable Speaker, that over time a lot has changed. Many years back, it's the ordinary policeman who would go to court to prosecute a matter. Because of limited exposure, limited training, and limited education, it obviously hindered the progress of criminal justice. Over the years, with the new constitution and changes all over, we established an independent office of Director of Public Prosecution, Office of Public Prosecution, which has infused some element of professionalism. But, Honorable Speaker, we are still lagging behind. Why do we lag behind? Because the disconnect between the Office of Public Prosecution and those charged with investigating cases. Honorable Speaker, there has been very many instances where files have been submitted to Office of Public Prosecution, but they cannot proceed because of those gaps. So we just hope one of the things that this fund will achieve is to set the checklist of what needs to be covered before a file is forwarded to the Office of Public Prosecution for purposes of prosecuting the case in court. A case can never be properly prosecuted if it fails to achieve a conviction, because then it means there has been a problem. Honorable Speaker, many times the prosecutors will tell you we are overburdened. We are overburdened, we are understaffed, we can't move. We also hope, Honorable Speaker, that this fund will ensure there's adequate capacity built over time, there is adequate training, intergenerational team, that there's sufficient succession planning so that at any given time, if any person leaves, there should be no gap at all. Honorable Speaker, it's sometimes very interesting. A whole county could only be having one senior prosecutor. And you can see the myriad of cases that come every day. So it means cases slow down, they cannot move with the time. I have liked the presentation on the mention that there is a chance that any forfeited process of crime, all recovered process of crime will be forfeited to this fund for purpose of building capacity. But, Honorable Speaker, remember, the funds that have been stolen are public funds that cannot only be ring-fenced to one particular department. I would probably, over time, if procedures allow, we must amend so there's a share on the percent that can be retained and percent that goes back to the consolidated fund or the National Treasury for purposes of continuing to undertake all the issues at hand. We just hope, Honorable Speaker, again for many years, there has always been this joke that why bother with the prosecutor if you can buy a judge? Why bother with the prosecutor if you can buy a magistrate? I just hope with this fund, we are going to solve that issue so that we build confidence in the judiciary, because this is a whole ecosystem of judicial system that we need to work on. Honorable Speaker, allied to this, Honorable Speaker, this fund will not achieve the intended purpose if we do not deal with the Witness Protection Unit. Because without the witnesses being protected elsewhere, Honorable Speaker, again, the work of a prosecutor comes to naught. There has been so many cases, Honorable Speaker. A person has committed a crime. He has been arraigned in court. With a new constitution has been granted bail. He goes and interferes with the witnesses, actually goes to the extent of eliminating witnesses that were supposed to testify against that particular person. We do hope there will be a collaboration between this office and that one of witness protection, so that the witnesses are protected adequately. We make sure we proceed. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude in support, I just want to wish and ask, the office of public prosecutor should not be.
Fair enough. The Honorable Komingoi is Komingoi in here. The MP for Bureti. What about the Honorable KJ, John Waweru? KJ.